Hello, so this week's video has been requested by Karen, and Karen wanted to know if I would make a video about manifestation, and I'm delighted to do it because it's something I'm really interested in. Tarot is a really good feedback system with regards to our manifestation exploits. It's great because it can help us check in with the thing that we're trying to manifest, and it can give us advice about that. It can tell us what's blocking us. It can tell us what our next steps should be. It can give us all kinds of information to help us become more powerful. Now, manifestation as a thing is something I've been interested in for decades. I've been fascinated to know how much power we actually have in real life over our creative power within our life. And like many people, I've had some huge and immediate successes and some not so good, some disappointments, like, why is this not working? So we all experience this, and it's perfectly normal. The theory says that we create our path unconsciously. In other words, whether we know we're doing it or not, we are doing it. And so when we go into manifestation, what we're trying to do is become more conscious in what is appearing for us on the path ahead. Now, it's actually, in theory, quite simple. The idea being is that we visualize, and in visualizing, we tune in to an emotional response to the thing we're visualizing. And on some level, our subconscious then enables the process by which that can happen. And we will attract to us, as a result of that, circumstances that are conducive towards the outcome that we desire coming to fruition. Easy, huh? Not quite so much, because what happens is all other kinds of things are at play. Now, in order to really understand how manifestation works, I want you to imagine yourself, if you can, as a non-physical person, because your body is just the thing that you walk about in, right? It's just your car. It isn't you. So the thing that's driving your car is your energetic self, your subconscious self, right? So you have your three levels of consciousness. You have your superconscious, which is the part of you that connects energetically to the unconscious world, connects out of yourself. It's the part of you that takes the higher vision. You have your conscious, which is that you think, therefore you do. It's how you perceive the world. It's how you consciously navigate. You're making decisions. And your subconscious. Your subconscious is the thing that has the most power. And in fact, the other two are pretty much powerless in the face of your subconscious. Another tutor gave me his analogy, which I thought was wonderful, and I have adopted it. I want you to imagine your subconscious like a woolly mammoth. I want you to imagine a real life, massive woolly mammoth, huge, enormous beast walking along, and you're sat between its shoulder blades on the top, thinking you're driving. And as long as the woolly mammoth is going in relatively the right direction, you figure you've got this covered, right? But should the woolly mammoth decide that your tweaking on its left ear is getting annoying, it will render you powerless. If you decide you want the woolly mammoth to go right and the woolly mammoth does not agree, you've almost got no power to stop it. The only way you can change the direction of the woolly mammoth is to teach it that in fact the other way is more beneficial. Now, there's other things in place, such as fear, because if the woolly mammoth sees fear, in that direction or thinks there's anything in that direction that's going to hurt it, you have got not a chance in hell of getting your woolly mammoth to walk down that road. No way in God's green earth is it going to do it. It won't do it. Doesn't matter how much you try. If there's fear down there, that's it. And even if you manage to force it, right? If the fear is still in operation, that woolly mammoth is going to be constantly pulling back in the other direction. So it will sabotage it. It will do something to ping you back to where you were before. And you will have seen this operating in your life. So the thing is, what we have to do is we have to get that fear, we have to get the noise of the fear down and the strength of the win up. And so we've got to bring that to life within ourselves. Okay, now that's difficult because our conscious mind, which is the information input part, is looking for evidence of what's reality, and it's looking for evidence of what's real. So the thing is, if you're looking for evidence of what's real and tangible, well, nothing's going to change, because in order to make something happen, you've got to step into a world that is not real. You've got to come up with an imaginary world in which this thing is a reality in you, in your world, so that the woolly mammoth can be confident to walk into it. It's a really, really tricky one, and your superconscious at this point is just standing there going, oh my God, I just can't. It is a tricky thing. Manifestation is simple in its law, but it is complicated making it happen. There's no doubt about it. But we can do it. We absolutely can. But we have to do it very consciously. We have to know what's in the basement. If we go back to the thing of you being a non-physical being, if you could see everything that's energetic going on within you, what would it look like? Forget what's in the mirror, forget the evidence, forget the confident face that you show the world, your physical being. What's actually going on energetically? What's down in the basement? Because what's in the basement is calling the shots, and you've got to get down there and start cleaning house, because whatever's down there is controlling you, right? That's just a fact of life. Now this comes from all sorts of things. So when we're a child, we are taught a set of rules, and that set of rules is going to stay with you. It's tattooed on you, and that is very, very difficult for you to unlearn, but you can unlearn it. You can unlearn the rules of the game. And when you start looking at what you have tattooed on you from childhood, you can then start to say, well, was this a good tattoo or was it a bit of a crap tattoo? And then you can look at getting it removed. Now, as we know, removing a tattoo is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world, but we can still do it. Sometimes it's very sore. Nevertheless, we have to do it, because what's down in that basement is determining what is showing up on your path ahead. And when you go into the basement and you look, you can find all kinds of stuff that's in the way. And tarot can help with this. Tarot helps us go down in the basement. What is unconscious controls us. What we make conscious, we can get control over. And that's the point with manifestation. That's what makes it so interesting. It's a voyage of self-discovery. That thing that you want, why do you want it? What is the win for you in getting it? And you going into that and tracking that back inside you, that's an interesting journey. So when we involve tarot in this, we can see a process taking place. Now, I teach tarot from the perspective that tarot is a complete system. Tarot is not 78 individual cards. And that complete system gives us a mechanism for doing and creating life. Now, you know that in my deck, I call it the mental realm. It's the 5 card space between the Hanged Man and the Tower. And that space between the Hanged Man and the Tower, that's where we get to do our deep work. Because the Tower is where what's been tattooed on you, the construct, the thing that you've built, that's where that has to come down. That's the thing that leads you then to the star, which is your new path. You still have to go through the moon, which is your fear, to the sun. And then when you get into judgment, or in my deck as we call it, wisdom, that then leads you to a whole new world. You see how this works? It's really, really important. So we can track our entire life through the major arcana, and we can see exactly what's happened. We can see in the High Priestess our authentic self, but everything we go through in every single card feeds back to the High Priestess. That High Priestess is your woolly mammoth. That's all of your consciousness is at play, working together. But that woolly mammoth is in there, the light and the dark. We have the dark pillar and the light pillar. They both support you. Not just the good bit you show, but all the bits you hide underneath. So we have to get to know it all, and everything you do and everything you try and everything you learn all feeds back into the High Priestess. And she is in every single card. When you go through the Tower, you are therefore breaking the information that is lodged in the basement of the High Priestess. You're getting it out and you're taking it into the light. Then we get to the star, and the star, of course, is guided completely by the High Priestess. So we have the opportunity to get to a more authentic version of ourselves. When we trust ourselves, because we're now authentic, we're guided by our superconscious, that can take us through the fear. We go through the moon, we come to the sun. We see things clearly as they are, and we can have joy. We experience joy because we're not afraid anymore. We can see life as it really is. We are enlightened. We are in light. And that helps us, again, make this whole new world. So when we manifest, that's what we're doing. We're making a whole new world, because what we're trying to manifest is not part of our world at the moment, is it? If we're going to bring something into our world that doesn't belong, we have to create a new world for it to live in inside us first. Because it's only by making it real inside us that we can affect the environment in which we are living. And we can see this in the royals. We can see as the pages, all of the pages, we can see we are learning. We're learning about what we want. We're learning about how it's done. We're learning the process. As the knight, we're taking action. We're on a mission. We know what we want. We learned about it as a page. We're now going to do a thing. When we do a thing, it changes something within us. And as the Queen, we can now support the process because we have assimilated it. We have taken it inside. And now we have taken it inside, we have now become it. And now we become it. As we become it, we can now be the king, and we can make it happen in the external world. We can affect what's going on in the environment around us. And there's so much of this in tarot. There are so many mechanisms to help us create the life that we want in tarot. It's the most fantastic system. So it's a bit of a whistle stop tour through. But I hope, Karen, this has answered your question, and I hope everybody else has found this interesting. And for me, one of the questions that I ask continuously when I read for clients is, what do you want? Because until you know what you want, you can't make it happen. You got to know what you want in order to activate the energy within you It's a fascinating subject, and I hope you also find it interesting, and I'm thrilled to talk about it. So I will leave you with that, and I will see you again soon. Please do like and subscribe to the channel if you find these conversations interesting, and I will always be here for a reading if you need one. In the meantime, see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, thank you for watching our video. If you're interested in the world of tarot and would like to explore further, and would like to know how to bring tarot to life so that it makes sense in the real world, I'd like to invite you to explore the Tarot Tribe. The Tarot Tribe is my personal membership, and inside you'll find a community of tarot students just like you, lots of bite-sized mini courses, a new one every month, and new spreads, demo videos, a clinic with me every month, and also discounts on readings with me once a quarter. So if you'd like to explore that, I would love to see you on the inside. Here's the link. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye for now.